Yeah. What's up, guys? Your boy Hugo the Savage back again for another Savage Talk Extra live. This one, it's for the people. Like that, from the people, for the people. I hope everyone's okay. Hope everyone in the chat's doing well. Hope everyone's keeping nice, you know what I mean? These are troublesome times, whether they're real or fake. The troublesome times, you get me? It's lighting, like that. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, guys, how's everyone doing? Good to everyone. Yeah, you seen the title of the video. Greatest tag team of all time. It's an interesting one. Could have went for greatest superstar, but we're gonna keep that for a later date. But I hope everyone's well. Wait for the chat to fill up a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. What we'll do in today's stream, we will cover the main topic of the greatest WWE tag team of all time, but also what we will do, we will recap the Elimination Chamber because I didn't do a review show. We'll recap it, I mean, we'll recap it pretty fast and then we'll move on to other things. But I hope everyone's well. Who's in the chat? I see 4 people are watching. Yeah, good times, man. How does everyone feel about Elimination Chamber? I just watched it back for the second time with Brown Chang. Finished watching it about 20 minutes ago. So I've got fresh eyes of what I've just seen and how I felt compared to when I watched it last night, well, early this morning. My view didn't change too much. In fact, it might have just solidified what I thought in the first place, which was that as a pay-per-view as a whole, wasn't that great. But there were some good matches, you know what I mean? Some things didn't make sense, some things were not needed. There's a lot of that, but you know what I mean? I'm sure they've done their best. Of course they did. I don't blame any of the superstars for anything on that pay-per-view. I just felt like pay-per-view was just thrown together. Very weird. For Elimination Chamber, it's a very weird thing to happen. Now a random, fast lane or, you know what I mean? It's, I don't know. Shout out to you, Lord of Darkness. Hope you well, bro. Man said, what about me? Big man, I was asking who was in the chat. No one answered, bro. So Elite Squad has put up a list of tag teams. It's easy to put up a list, but I didn't ask for anyone's top 10. I didn't ask for anyone's top 5. I asked for number 1. Now, of course, it's always going to be down to matter of opinion. Of course, subjective. There are some factors in it where we can just exclude certain groups. I came up with my own based on a few different things, what I think is very important in wrestling. Some people might disagree, but you know what I mean? Of course, the in-ring talent of the wrestlers is one of the main things. It's actually not the main thing in WWE. It's one of them. The mic skills, the crowd connection, the overall look, the chemistry as a tag team. So obviously, there's a few that if you're brothers and stuff, the chemistry seems like it's always going to be a little bit higher. But Elite Squad, your list is pretty good though. Your list is what I narrowed mine down to, in fact. Although I don't see Usos on there, which is a bit crazy, but obviously it's your choice. So yeah, guys, I don't know how many people's going to be in the chat tonight. A lot of people asked for it yesterday. This is the reason why I do it on Mondays, but obviously if there's not going to be much people on a Monday, then shout out to Morris. Just recovering from Saudi Arabia equivalent last night's pay-per-view. What's good, bro? What are you saying, brother? I hope you're well. Yeah, I wouldn't say recovering like I just said in the chat. I watched it 20 minutes ago, so I'm fresh off watching it and I can give a clear perspective on what I thought about the chamber. So, yeah, we won't start talking about the greatest tag team just yet because if anyone else comes in, I don't want to be late with it. So, yeah, we'll see. But I hope everyone's doing well, like I said. Just get that on there. Okay. Yes, that's what we're on now. Elimination Chamber recap. Obviously, Morris, I can see your views on it. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I don't know if I thought it was as bad as you thought it was, but even still, I didn't think it was great. My lighting is terrible today. I don't know what's going on. Okay, that's better. Brother Nero. We're gonna talk about the tag teams a little bit later, bro. If you guys just throw your tag teams out there straight away, then the stream's gonna last like 5 minutes. So, cast no shadow. Shout out to you, brother. Hello. So, like I said, we're at the moment, we're gonna Elimination Chamber recap. We can do this, and anyone else who comes in the chat can just join because this isn't that important. But I didn't do a review show. I never really do review shows, so we'll always do it on Savage Talk Extra the day after. It makes more sense. So on the Chamber match, apart from the kickoff show match, which was a fatal four-way match between Ricochet, Mustafa Ali, John Morrison, and Elias. Match what was thrown together. I feel like, and I said it last week on Savage Talk, that due to certain matches not happening, they're going to replace it. Now, I thought at the time they would replace it probably with the Intercontinental title match. So they didn't, obviously, and I found out on SmackDown after Big E got injured. So that fatal four-way match was a number one contenders match to see who would face Riddle and Lashley in a triple threat match. John Morrison picked up the victory. What I'm going to take away from this match was the fact that seeing Ricochet on another kickoff show, that wasn't nice to see. I feel bad for him because the guy is super talented, and obviously, either someone doesn't see something in him or he's not doing something. But whatever it is, I don't like it. But I'm gonna rate these matches. Love for basketball. Shout out to you, brother. I hope you're well. Okay, so on that match, the fatal four-way match, I did watch it. I watched it on accident, actually. I turned on the kickoff show and I said Elias entering. So the fact that I wasn't interested in it while it was on says a lot about the match. I'll give that match 4 out of 10. It was what it was. And obviously that set up whatever happened the next. So we had the main show started. Didn't have many matches on the show, which was fine. If everything else is going to be good. So might as well get the pointless ones out of the way and then we'll rate the chamber matches at the end. So we had the triple threat match for the Intercontinental, the United States title. The triple threat match was a weird one. I remember a few people while we was in the chat and the watch along were saying that they were bored. A lot of people were just happy to just be speaking to me and not watching the pay-per-view at that time. So obviously we got Riddle picking up the victory. At the time, it didn't seem like everyone wanted Lashley to lose the title. I didn't either, but obviously what it came to in the end helped out a little bit. But the match wasn't great. So I'll give that match a mid 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. But yeah, another matchup wasn't that great. We had the women's tag team match. It was for the titles. It was Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. I just watched this match back as well. I was bored watching it back just as well. The ending was trash. Reginald came out. He handed Sasha a bottle of champagne. She was distracted by that. She got Samoan dropped. The reason why this match wasn't great was it felt like it could have happened on SmackDown or Raw, or not at all, which it shouldn't have. Now, the way I see it is that I know I've been ranting about tag teams a lot lately. This is one of the reasons why I've picked this topic for today. But guys, write your rating in the for each match. I'm saying as well in the comment section. But yeah, I think the whole overall match, the match didn't need to happen. Sasha and Bianca they're probably going to go head to head with each other at WrestleMania. The Reginald thing is pointless. And the main part of it was there's other women who could have been utilized to fight against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Now, if this is what was going to happen, they should have just put Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez in this altogether. They should have put that match in this pay-per-view. It would have made it a lot better. It would have been exciting, but obviously that's not what happened. So yeah, obviously they retained the titles. For me, I would have rather seen Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose fight for the titles, but we didn't get that. So that match, I'm going to give a 3 out of 10. Nothing against the women in there, but it was dead. Morris gives it 2.5. Cash No Shadow thinks it was a good pay-per-view. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. Love for basketball. I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Shout out to you, Samuel. Thank you for the support, bro. Brother Nero. It wasn't great. It's fine. Okay. Samuel. Shout out to you, Lance. Thanks for the support, brother. Yeah, moving on from there, we've got 2 more matches on the card. So we start off with the SmackDown. Shout out to Wrestler Guy. Lord of Darkness, Massive Delete. What's it? The first chamber match was the SmackDown chamber match. This was the better chamber match out of the 2. I was involved. I was into this one. This one was good for the pay-per-view. I give the match itself maybe a 7 out of 10. I thought the match was solid. I thought that there was a few good performances in there. Cesaro was great in there. Daniel was great in there. Sami Zayn didn't actually offer too much, but he was good. Kevin Owens does what Kevin Owens does. He was good. The thing with Kevin Owens is I'm just not. I just like I felt there was no need, but Jay was great in that match as well. Obviously, the match ended with Daniel Bryan and Jey Uso in the ring at the end. Daniel Bryan picked up the victory, but obviously Jay beat the hell out of him already. And this kind of sides into the next match, so it's hard to rate them separately. But like I said, 7 out of 10 on the chamber match, and then into the match, Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns. It was a nice spectacle. It was what I knew would happen anyway, so there was no shock factor to it. But I liked how it went. I liked there was that little thing where Daniel caught Roman in the yes lock, and Roman kicked out with stuff like that. And then obviously it ended with Edge after that spearing Roman once Roman had beat Daniel Bryan with the guillotine. So it's very hard to rate that match because it wasn't really a match. It was, I don't know, 4 minutes. So Roman versus Daniel, for the spectacle, it was not the match itself. But for the spectacle it was, I'll give that an 8 out of 10. I thought that was good. I thought that was really good. Maybe 8.5. Brother Nero, 8.5 as well. Elite Squad's rating the whole thing already. SmackDown Chamber, Cast No Shadow, 7 out of 10. Yeah, so I said 7 out of 10 as well. Shout out to Brocky. Savage, can you tell me why you don't like Drew as a champion? Okay, so I'll answer this quickly. I don't not like Drew McIntyre. I didn't want him to win the title when he won the title in the first place. Everybody knows that. It wasn't, it wasn't anything personal and stuff like that. It's quite simple. Everyone has their favourites and people they think are good. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of people are upset that The Miz won the title. I love The Miz, so I was happy. But I'm not mad at anybody else thinking. Just know that the reason is nothing to do with me hating Drew. It's literally just because there's people I prefer. There's a certain type of champion I prefer. So that's all it is. But 8.5, a little bit stretch. Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan was more acting so much. Yeah, I know that's what I said, but the thing is, I have to count it as a match because it was technically a match. So, kind of like the Fiend and John Cena. Shout out to Chris Wrestling Views. What are you up to, bro? How are you? You good? Release Squad says happy Miz doing the title. Me too, bro. I like Miz. Miz is one of my favorite Intercontinental champions. Out of everyone who's in the business right now, he's my favorite. But for the Intercontinental title, but I'm not mad at him having the WWE title. He can do it. He's a great champion. So, moving on from there, the final chamber match. This was the Raw chamber match, and obviously this is really fresh in my mind. It was the last thing I watched, maybe half an hour ago now. So last match, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Kofi Kingston, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, AJ Styles. This chamber match was better when I watched it half an hour ago than it was last night. But it wasn't better than the SmackDown chamber match. Some good spots, but I felt a lot of it was slow. If you watch it back, the fight between Drew and Sheamus was like intense, but really, really slow. So I didn't really like that about the match. But, you know, I gave the last one a 7 out of 10 for the match, for the chamber match. So I'll give this one a 6.5 for the chamber match. The ending was great. It was what I expected after we saw that little segment with Bobby Lashley, well, MVP and Miz backstage. I actually said earlier in the night when I seen Bad Bunny dissing the Miz, you knew what time it was then. But the way it ended, Bobby Lashley was great when he came out and he destroyed McIntyre. So that's going to set up a little thing between them for a bit as well while the Miz is champion. And I'm sure likely that MVP got the Miz to promise him a title shot, something like that. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, I thought that was good. I thought it finished well. So on the fact that happened, and then we had Miz cashing the Money in the Bank, which technically is a separate match, but it was a part of this whole chamber thing. I'm very happy that it ended like that. I was happy with the Miz being champion. I know a lot of people were upset about Randy getting pinned that quick. And then he had that spot where he RKO'd everyone. I'm actually not mad at it. It felt too quick in the match, but we knew that Randy wasn't going to win anyway, and we know that Randy's bigger thing is it's the Fiend, isn't it? The Fiend will be back. I'm guessing Alexa we're going to see on Raw, and then the Fiend will probably return at Fastlane or at WrestleMania, which I'm hoping is just WrestleMania. Makes more sense. So altogether, 6.5 on that. The Miz cashing in, give that a 10. I love it. I love the Bobby Lashley and the Miz thing. Actually, I give it a 9. Let's go too far with that. Pay-per-view as a whole, of what I've seen for the last year on wrestling during a pandemic, this is one of the worst pay-per-views I watched. So I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10 for the whole pay-per-view. But yeah, Mike Wallace says 6 out of 10. Me too, bro. 6 out of 10. Hollow Man, if you would it be cool if Brock Lesnar made a return and came out to Roman Reigns and Paul him and kept looking back and forth for Lesnar? That'd be pretty cool. Brother Nero said that. Yeah, I don't know if the Fiend's going to return tonight. Could do. I think we might get Bray Wyatt. I honestly don't know. I think we're just going to get Alexa again, but yeah. It's Squad, Riddle, and Xavier, blah, blah. Yeah. I mean, Xavier's won the tag team titles, isn't it? I think Murphy has as well with Seth. I'm not sure, but I didn't expect Keith Lee to win a title yet, anyway. But you are right; that's before a lot of the guys. And Murphy's had the cruiserweight title while it was on the main show. But yeah, I agree. Be cool to see Xavier win something else apart from that, though. Pay-per-views whole 7.5. Cast No Shadow says, yeah, I gave it a 6, but that's fair rating. Somebody said the Miz is the worst champion. Miz is never the worst champion. Never. I don't think Jinder was a bad champion either, but Miz, no way. No way. You know what I mean? Just no chance, man. Yeah, Morris, I agree. Jinder was actually a surprisingly good champion. He's a great heel, Jinder. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. Can you imagine that fighting for a guy? None of that business. Oh, Lord of Darkness says it. Miz is the worst. The Miz is nowhere. Listen, I don't know if you guys remember the Miz's last Intercontinental title run. It was the best Intercontinental title run there's been in a while. It was great, man. And he was fighting against Dolph Ziggler and stuff like that. Class. Yeah. So let's step away from the chamber. Let's step away from the chamber for a bit. We've got that down now. just wanted to recap it, to be honest, and I don't want to be on here too long today, so I've got a few things to do. But we do want to discuss the title of the video, so I'm very excited to do this. Guys, what I want with this is like we did last week. Don't spam the chat with just a random tag team name. I want to do it as well. So what we're going to do is you're going to give me the name of your, when I've discussed everything, but you name your greatest tag team champions, well, not greatest tag team, WWE tag team of all time, and then I want to reason why. Quite detailed as well. I want to know what people's reasons are. Sometimes it's just nostalgia. Sometimes you remember a moment in life when they won the titles or whatever. So I'm very interested. I had a short list of mine, but I don't know. It'd be fun. It'd be fun. It'd be fun too. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Read everyone's messages. Yeah, Vince was a great champion, man. Lord of Darkness, I don't think anyone agrees, bro, but it's your opinion. Imagine if Bobby Lashley reached the mission. Like, oh, that'd be cool. Shout out to Nemo, what you saying, brother? Hope you're well. Shout out to you, Donald. So happy Riddle won the US title. Yeah, I'm happy for Riddle. I didn't want it to happen then, but I'm happy for him. Brocky, the thing will return at Fastlane because WWE moving to Peacock. I don't think that matters. If it's the Peacock deal, doesn't make a difference. Everyone's at home. You know what I mean? It's not like what happened with Thingy moving to Fox, because what's the point when WrestleMania is weeks after that? But I don't think it really matters. I don't think the Fiend. I don't know. The Fiend's not as edgy as it was before. I love him, but it's not as edgy as it was before. Roman Reigns as at risk. Yeah, this match will be money for sure. Brother Nero, I want a reason why. Brocky, that's a good enough reason. They're great, fair enough. Morris, reasons why, bro. Reasons why. You got to take your Roman bias out of it as well. We're talking about greatest tag team of all time, bro. Of all time. So take your Roman bias out of it. Because I have to take, listen, I almost went with The Rock and Sock, bro. And I had to take the Rock bias out of it. For me, that's Nima says, for me, it has to be the Shield because I started watching wrestling because of this group. That's fair enough, but is it the tag team within the Shield? Because obviously the Shield was a group as a whole. Their title reign was good. It was a good title reign. How are you going to do? Yeah, I'm going to do live stream for WrestleMania 2 days, Saturday and Sunday for sure. It should be dope. Come on, hit me with the reasons. See, Michael Smith's not here, bro. He's not here, man. I thought he'd be here in the chat. One of the reasons why I want to know why is because I know that our chat's quite diverse in terms of age. So because they're diverse in age, some people are gonna have the Shield, Team Hell No, and some people might have like the Brothers of Destruction, Team Angle, Greatest Tag. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting. Brother Nero, they were 22-20 tag team. Yeah, but Brother Nero, greatest WWE tag team of all time. Forget anything they've done outside the WWE. Doesn't matter at all. In the ring, in WWE, in the company, why are they the great? I accept your answer as the Dudley Boys. Of course, I accept it. One of the greatest to ever do it. They've got the most titles in the WWE as well. But I just wanted to know why. Castle Shadow, the Dudley Boys, always exciting to watch their matches. Fun fact: I met Spike Dudley in 2004 in HMV in Birmingham, England. Spike Dudley was there, Kurt Angle was there. Just random facts, but Austin Joseph, me too, Nima. So another one for the Dudley Boys. I like this. DX, Triple H, and HBK because of how entertaining and awesome the chemistry had during the ring. That's the dope answer. Man. This is funny. Braun Braun and Seth because they were like big brother, little brother. You can't be serious with Braun and Seth, bro. You might as well say Braun and Nicholas, like that. Shout out to Nicholas, bro. Their title reign was one of the longest, if I remember correctly, and they were the way they carried themselves with the belt through the crowd, boss moves. Big answer. See, if you're talking about factions, then no doubt that I'll probably end up picking the Shield of all time. But just as a tag team, I don't know. They did have a long title reign though. Rated RKO, I was waiting. Okay. Rated RKO is not. Rated RKO are not underrated tag teams. They're not, bro. Because even when Edge returned, I seen the hype around it. People wanted it, man. That was a great tag team. Team Hell No as well. They were good, especially against the Shield. They had some great movements. Undisputed Era is one of the best factions in NXT. Hope they get called up soon. 100% facts. Honorable mention to Eminem. Great tag team. I watched one of their matches earlier. Shout out Melina as well, like that. New Age Outlaws, great tag team to come out of there. Actually, they were great on the mic, and what they did to Foley and Chainsaw Charlie throwing them. Mike, my guy. Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody. Nah, I know Brother Nero's trolling me now. I'm gonna get to your message in a minute, bro. But nothing, we'll talk the rivalry, Dudley Boys, Edge Christian, and the Hardy Boys. Big facts. You gotta remember their classic matches. One of them, WrestleMania, bro. That's unheard of. It's unheard of for a tag team to steal the show like that. Lord of Darkness, Hardy Boys, hey. Alyssa, off topic, the Fiend should take place back on the top. Be faced Raw over Drew McIntyre. Just doesn't do for me as champion. I agree, but I don't want him to have the title. I don't want the Fiend to have the title. Not just yet. Doesn't need it. Brother Nero, nah, they're not underrated. They were trash, bro. Deuce and Domino were trash, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That's one of the. At one point, I was gonna say, should we do the worst tag teams? Deuce and Domino being there for me, they were trash. But nah. Hey, big tag team, Los Guerreros. When I done my shortlist, they were there, bro. Los Guerreros, great. Brocky says, I think factions evolution. Yeah, we're not doing factions, bro. Tag teams. Factions will come at a later time. Let's keep it tag teams, guys. But for me, the best Brothers of Destruction because they were the great tag team and they were both like that. So Brothers of Destruction, the great call, great shout. Shout out to Michael. How are you, brother? We missed the Elimination Chamber recap, which you didn't really need to see anyway. And at the moment, we're talking about our greatest tag team, WWE. Only one pick. So don't give me 5, don't give me 3, just one. Brother Nero's trolling. Yeah, you had to be trolling because Deuce and Domino, terrible, bro. Terrible. Donald Music knows. Bryan Kendrick and Paul London, one of the most underrated tag teams of all time. They were great. They were doing high-flying stuff when not many people were doing high-flying stuff. So shout out to them. APA, dude, like APA were great. Damn! Like that. I'm an APA fan. Seems like everyone's give their pick. I think everyone's give their pick. For me, I had a list. I had a long list to try to get it down, end up with a top 5. And then I had to move down from there, so it was a bit hard. Brocky, if we talk about really underrated Paul, Brocky, you're trolling on it. We literally just spoke. Donald just put the same thing, and then I spoke about it. We just said one of the great, the most underrated of all time. Who do you think will win the 2022 and 2023 Royal Rumble? You can't ask me about 2023's Royal Rumble. That's too far ahead, man. Someone from NXT could probably win that. But 2022, Keith Lee. Keith Lee, for sure. Honorable mention to Kane and Daniel Bryan. They were so hilarious, casting those shadows. Yeah, somebody just mentioned Team Hell No. I think it was Elite Squad. Team Hell No were great, man. Shout out to Kevin. Just finished school. Hope you did well in school, man. Brocky, American Alpha. Yeah, if you go back to watch TakeOver Dallas, go and watch American Alpha in that. I was so happy when they won the title. It was great, man. There are too many. It's impossible to just pick one. That's why I chose the question, because I want everyone to pick one. It's not saying that the rest of them are not some of your favorites, but who is your favorite? Who is the greatest? Who do you think is the greatest of all time? Very weird that no one has mentioned the Usos in this whole thing. That is craziness. That is craziness, bro. So the hardest thing about this whole thing was DIY is cool for sure. Hardest thing about this whole thing is there's two different. If I split it into different eras of wrestling, it'd be much easier. But yeah, I don't know if people are just putting names down what they've heard were great tag teams, because there's no way that I can see somebody picking a tag team what was not a tag team while they were watching wrestling, because it's a different feeling when you're watching it live compared to watching it back. So if I go back and watch Ric Flair matches, I love watching them, but I can't pick him as my favorite wrestler of all time because it's not my era, if that makes sense. Oates and Tucker should have been a tag team and not team main roster. Big facts. Anyone remember Vladimir Kozlov, Santino? Nah, neither do I. Barely. They were trash, bro. Michael Smith, Hardy Boys, no question about it. You know, like that Team Extreme, you get me? DIY, big facts. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. Favorite current tag team, Street Profits, or the Usos. Yeah, the Usos are my favorite tag team, to be fair. Dynamite Kid and David Smith. Brother Nero, how old are you, bro? Seriously, how old are you, bro? I think you told me before, to be fair, but Dynamite Kid was great. He was a great wrestler, man. Great wrestler. But yeah, they were not of my time, bro. Well, there was, but I was too young to notice what was going on. Alicia Ram, I like the Shield. They had a good few evolution. Yeah, but that's three of them. Talking about there's two people in the tag team. Donald Hart Foundation. Yeah, so when I done my list earlier, the Hart Foundation were in my list and I had to break it down a little bit. Street Profits are getting kind of annoying. Brother Nero says DIY is nowhere near the greatest tag team ever. Elite Squad, yeah, they're a great tag team in terms of wrestling, but anybody who's, you know what I mean, we're talking about the greatest of all time. Is Jimmy Uso coming back? Yeah, Jimmy Uso will be back soon. Remember Braun Strowman and Nicola? I remember Braun Strowman and Nicholas. I don't know who Nicola is now. I'm only joking. Brother Nero is 25. Okay, I'm only asking because you said David Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid. I wanted to see where you are. So you was born in 1995-ish? 95? 94? 95. One of them two. Yeah, I was just one or 96. So, don't know. Because I was just thinking by the time you was like 9 or something watching wrestling, who was there. But yeah, great, man. They were a great tag team. The Usos on the way about becoming a tag team. Like I said, man, it's very weird to me that no one was mentioning the Usos before. The great, man. Raymond said they should take the tag team off the Dirty Dogs. Oh, man. Ziggler and Bobby Roode might end up being one of the worst tag teams of all time for me, to be honest. Brother Nero, Brothers of Destruction are kind of overrated. Yeah, possibly. Possibly, bro. Anyone for Stone Cold and Triple H? The Bar, that's a good shout. The Bar was a good tag team. There was a really good tag team. Should get rid of Red Penny's tag and bring back the old design. Yeah, I think they should unify the tags now, the tag team titles. I don't think we don't need Raw tag team titles and SmackDown tag team titles. Not enough tag teams anymore. After they sacked everyone on that Wednesday, you know what I mean? Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, not in the WWE, but in their wrestling career, one of the best tag teams, but not in the WWE. There wasn't even good here, I don't think. Would it be good if Braun Strowman was a WWE champion or some of the time? It's a bit sad with Braun Strowman because he was on top of the game when he was the monster among men, and yeah, after Brock kept beating him, it didn't work out very well. The Revival in the NXT, yeah, the Revival's a great tag team. DX was legendary, Derek says, 100%. One of the worst tag team, David Otunga and Curtis Axel. You know who's worse than David Otunga and Curtis Axel? David the Tongue and John Cena, trash, bro. Yo, what's up? Miles Jackson, what you saying, brother? MJ in the mix. Rene Dupree were great. Hey, man, La Resistance. Come on now. Yeah, I agree, bro. Some of the tag team, they're so random, especially the women. Yeah, it's like they're just throwing people together. Best tag team in 2018, Bludgeon Brothers. I do not agree at all. R.I.P. Luke, but that tag team was boring as hell, bro. But the Wyatt family tag, great. Bludgeon Brothers with them big ass hammers and that, nah, dead, bro, dead. Dead costume, dead tag team, just dead. Hey Ho, Miz and Morrison, okay. Two-man power trip with the number 2. I can't wait for the women's tag championship unit justification. Yep. Yeah. I think it's gonna be great when hopefully when Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai win that title and they start wrestling across all 3 brands, it will be amazing. Brother Nero, I agree. 2018 belongs to the Usos, man. Do you like my profile picture? Hey, I see it, bro. I didn't know what it was before, man. One division and that. Okay, let's go. Are there any people on the current roster that you would put together to be a tag team? Okay, so I don't want to be careful with this because I've been moaning the last couple of weeks about people throwing people together. If I look at competitors who are not doing anything, I would put I don't know. Chad Gable's a great wrestler, and he was great in the tag team. I'll put Chad Gable and Ricochet together, but as a proper tag team. I'm on about same outfits, because the high flying of Ricochet and the technical wrestling of Chad Gable go together. Don't know how great they are on the mic though. They're not that. I don't think they're that great on the mic, to be honest. The thing with Chad Gable, he just needs to be arrogant about his actual stuff he's won in real life. His Olympic medals, kind of like Kurt Angle was. You know what I mean? You don't have to copy Kurt Angle, but just be cocky about it, and it will work straight away once he starts being himself. So that's my pick. Elite Squad Retribution is terrible. Yeah, well, I called it when they made their debut, man. We knew what was going on, bro. Oh yeah, by the way, does anyone remember Raw Underground, or does everyone just lost that from their memory? Hi, I'm saying Alex. Yeah, thank you very much, bro. It was a good stream, and I enjoyed having everyone there. Shout out to you, Alex, and yeah, Raw's going to be good, man. Usos are underrated. Jimmy needs to return. Well, I didn't think the Usos were ever underrated until I just got into the stream and realized nobody was mentioning them. But they're one of the greatest tag teams of the last 20 years, man. I'm being it. MSK are great. Too early, way too early to put them on a list for this, but they're great. We'll put Humberto, Carrillo, and Angel Garza together as tag team because they're both cousins. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I know the cousins, but I don't know if I'd put them together. But good show. Nah, man, the Awesome Truth are great, bruv. The Awesome Truth. Hey, listen, and the Golden Truth as well. Come on now. Have you ever met a WWE superstar? Yeah, I've met quite a few. Worst tag team, Heidenreich and Animal. Oh my god, Heidenreich. Don't even know what to say about that guy. Rude and Gable would have been better than Dolph and Gable, but I see the DX2 Rude and Ziggler. Morris, I agree with most of the things you said, but I'm so not interested in Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler together. Great single competitors. I feel like Dolph was kind of done already. Bobby Roode since he left NXT. You know what I mean? I'm surprised he didn't leave when EC3 and then man left because they had the right idea, bro. You know what I mean? Man being treated like Mojo Rawley and them, you know, like that. Savage, I can't stay on the stream tonight. I got learn for test tomorrow. Sorry, good luck with the stream. Thank you very much, bro. Match drawing king. Shout out to you, brother. What was the point of Tucker heel to have machine a good tag team? Yeah, I said the same thing. I'm convinced that something happened in real life with Tucker because it doesn't make sense. For me, best tag team Evolution is that the Randy and Batista tag team. By the way, you watched Talking Smack Paul and the Parlor. Yeah, I did. Talking Smack was great last week. Miz was in a team to fight John Cena and The Rock. Yeah, WrestleMania Techers. Never before, never again, and then it happened again. You know, like that. John Cena and The Rock. Shout out to the Mrs. Savage in the chat. Love you, baby. Alyssa Stansberg, love Hurt Business, more retribution. Didn't put them. Let's see Hurt Business outside. Hurt Business are great. Please, WWE, do not break the team up. Underrated tag team, Goldust and Booker T. The dynamic between Goldust and Booker T is great. If you go back and watch it now on the network, it's great. Because you know at the time Goldust was doing some fruity stuff, and yeah, Derek 3 and B was nice. Can't believe where they all are now, man. Shout out to all three of them for upgrading their careers, man. Brother Nero, remember those 2 all for Big Show and Kane? Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it, but that was a bad tag team, man. Big Show and Jericho was alright though. Kane and Bryan, I think, are underrated. Yeah, someone said that earlier. Team Hell No. Team Hell No 2013 Team Hell No was dope. I remember Seth and Jason Jordan. That was random. Yeah, that was because Dean got injured, wasn't it? That was funny. Most underrated tag team ever is Undertaker and the Big Show, the Unholy Alliance '99. Yeah, that's when Big Show had the ponytail and that. I don't think they're the most underrated ever. Who remembers Tars Worldwide Apollo? I remember it, man. Put them back together. Worldwide? That's when Dana Brooke was the receptionist. She used to walk around with a clipboard in her hand. That was actually funny. I actually said to Brown Chang that they should put not now, but Dana Brooke would go perfect with the Hurt Business now. Just to just walk around with like that. It'd be pretty cool. Edge and Christian, one of the legendary tag team of all time. Was that your favorite though? Casmo Shadow, any woman tag team you like? Well, I'm going to try and leave NXT out of this because I think all the tag teams in NXT are pretty good. Problem with the women's tag teams is there's not many of them. They didn't think about it properly when they got rid of loads of people with the tag team titles. So now it seems there's not as many women on the roster to have titles. But if I have to pick one, there's not been a great one yet. I liked the Iconics winning it, but they're entertaining. But I think the women's tag team division's dead, bro. That's my honest opinion. It's dead. It's trash, bro. It's trash. Just make. I like what they're doing right now because it can go across all of the shows, all 3 shows, and if they keep it like that, we'll see some great stuff. But yeah. Alicia said, "What is my favorite mixed tag team match?" Oh, mixed tag team. That's not the mixed match challenge you're talking about. It's just mixed tag. Anything with China in it. Brother Nero joke. Okay, so it was better than all of them. Taz World was great, man. So would you agree with me that WWE are more of a brand than a wrestling company? Yeah, that's 100% true. That's 100% true. They're a massive brand, bro. Yeah. Nima says Cross and Bliss. I actually forgot about Cross and Bliss. Still wasn't interested, but I did like Alexa Bliss in that tag team. Miles Jackson, best tag team in my opinion, is the Dudley Boys. That's a great shout, man. Lord Dance, yes, okay. Brother Destruction, favorite all time. Seth Roman, the Shield. Okay, that's what Morris said as well. It's a good shout. Vince McMahon doesn't like tag teams. Jerry hates them, but it doesn't matter what. Like, it's his company, I get it. But if you're not going to get rid of the tag team titles, then it doesn't really matter if he hates them because they're going to make him money. So let's make the division good. Let's get rid of them red belts. Let's get rid of them blue belts. Let's merge them together. Let's get some black and gold back on the brand. One undisputed tag team belt. That's what we need. Yeah, Brother Nero, I'm not going to talk about it either. I'll let you know what I mean? But I don't think it's too bad WWE to talk about it. But you're all right, 100%. Who remembers McIntyre and Cody Rhodes being a tag team challenge? Yeah, it wasn't great, bro. Beth and Natalia, boring. Let's be honest, man. There's no one likes these. Nah, you know what I mean. Edge and Rey Mysterio. I just watched the thingy show with Edge and Rey Mysterio on it, man. That's crazy you said that. I just watched the old house show. Somebody sent it to me on Instagram. One of my favorite tag teams, Gallows and Anderson. I think Gallows and Anderson were a great tag team, but in WWE, I didn't think they were great at all. Alex, they're rubbish. Yeah, Brother Nero, I agree. In WWE, they were trash, man. But of all time, AJ Lee and Paige had a few tag team matches together, but they weren't an actual tag team. Yeah, and they were good together as well. They did. Natalia is so still and boring. Yeah, listen, I'm not even going to comment on her. That's how bad it is because she comes from a great family. She's done great stuff, but I'm so past it. Savage, do you watch What Culture? And if you do you like them? Yeah, who's on What Culture again? Simon Miller on What Culture. He's from England. I know Simon. I like What Culture. The thing is, I don't watch a lot of wrestling channels because I have one myself, so I try not to do it because I don't want to subconsciously take over people's ideas or have somebody say I've took their idea. Because let's be honest, you're limited to ideas on wrestling, so we're all gonna know if somebody does a top 10 list of greatest cage matches or worst tag teams or something. You can't. It's not copying anyone. Everyone's gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So, Hardcore Holly and Cody Rhodes were all right. Yeah. What about Damien Sandow and The Miz? I'm here for Damien Sandow and The Miz. My top tag teams of all time are the Hardy Boys and Christian. But what's your number one? What is your number one? I want to hear a list of 5. Everyone forgot about Shawn Michaels and Cena being champs. They were all right as champs. I never forgot about them. I've not forgot about any of them, to be honest. It's just if I haven't mentioned them, it's because I'm not that interested. Natalia's sort of rated 100%. Harlem Heat, but not WWE. WCW, so. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. Oh. You know, like that. Rated RKO for sure, Alex. One of my favorite tag team matches, Cena versus Team Authority. That was good. APA is my favorite tag team because of Ron Cena. Damn! You know, like that. All right, I'm going to get ready to go, guys. Last couple of minutes. So I guess I better give you my favorite tag team of all time. I mean, it's not called favorite tag team of all time. It's called greatest tag team of all time. But I'm going to go with, and it was hard, let's be honest. There was 3 were always going to be at the top of the list for me. I couldn't get away from it. So my favorite tag team, the greatest tag team of all time for me, the ones, it's very hard. Like I said, the 3 were very close, but I had to go with a little bit my favorite as well. One who left a massive imprint on the company, helped grow the tag team division, pulled out outstanding matches, give me the most OMG moments inside matches, and who I just thought were cool as hell when I was a kid. Obviously, the Hardy Boys. You know, like that. You get me? Lord of Darkness, you didn't get me, bro. You should have heard earlier in the stream. I said earlier in the stream, I was close to picking the Rock and Sock, and I had to take out my Rock bias. The Hardy Boys are my favorite, and I think they are the greatest tag team of all time. Shout out to you, Brocky, because Damien Mizdow was so good in that. But bro, him imitating the Miz's every move was dope. It's one of the creative things. I loved it, man. No one mentioned the Vaudevillains, no. Me either. You know who no one mentioned, though? Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room, how you doing? You know, like that. Yeah? Zilla, how did you forget the Usos, man? Come on now. Oh, so. Yahoo! Down since day one-ish. Yeah? Brother Nero. 100% facts that were underrated, bro. 100% facts, underrated, bro. And let's be honest, man, they don't care what anyone wants to lie about now. They had the crowd eating out the palm of their hands every week. Sometimes Enzo didn't even make sense in what he was saying. Who cares? Day one-ish, you know, like that. I hope so. Can you imagine that pop at WrestleMania? Yeah, SAWFT, so off, yeah. Why do you think they put the title on Miz? Because he deserves it. Miz is one of the hardest working WWE superstars. Been out here in the pandemic. Always turned up to man making movies, TV shows. Still like wrestling. Great on the mic. Very good in the ring. I'm not mad at it. You know, like that. And to answer your question, it's probably part of the biggest story. That's the actual truth. Lord of Darkness. Yeah. I ain't gonna talk about it, but yeah. Believe that. Sierra Hotel, India Echo, Lima Delta, Shield. Bang, 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 bang. Must say, you're talking about one of the greatest tag team entrances of all time. The Shield with the face masks. Oh, come on now. I couldn't understand how Geese was saying half time, but he was still great. Yeah, no one. Listen, trash talker Skywalker, that's all I heard. And after that, I didn't care. Do you consider the Shield as a great tag team or the more stable Pro Wrestling Savage? I consider them more of a stable, even though they did have the tag team titles. A lot of people in today's chat picked the Shield as the greatest tag team, but for me, as a faction, as a stable, one of the greatest of all time, as a tag team championship, really, really good tag team, great run, but not one of the greatest of all times. You know, like that. Oh, Brother Nero, let me hit it. Give me a second. You ready for it? You know, like that. Man, come up with the, yeah? Trust me, the Brood has one of the greatest entrances of all time. Shout out to the New Day when they done the Brood entrance. That was dope. Brood were dope. The Brood looked great. The whole faction was great. In-ring entrance, the look is so cool. Simon says, I like all the Shield members. Yeah, man, the Shield's one of the greatest factions of all time, bro. That's dope to me, bro. Peter S. Actually my favorite tag team. I'm going to place a Legion of Doom. Yeah, Hawk and Animal and that, you know, like that. WWE wasted Dean. I don't 100% agree. But before he left, it was trash. And once he left and explained, I was like, okay, I get it. Well, it was trash. It wasn't your fault. I think there's a mix. But yeah, on the whole, yeah, they did waste him. Yeah, I mentioned Legacy earlier. Zilla. Legacy was dope. Right, guys, we are on 1 hour and 4 minutes. Well, 1 hour and 5 minutes. So last 5 minutes, no holds bar Q&A. Ask me what you want. Once the 5 minutes are up, I'm getting the hell out of here. You know, like that. Let's go. No holds bar. Q&A. If I don't like your message, I just want to answer it. You know, like that. Because I'm a savage. Let's go. No holds bar. Q&A. Enzo and Cass could have been one of the greatest tag team, but they've ruined their own careers. Yeah, I agree. Anthony, who do you think is a better tag team out? New Age Outlaws and the Hart Dynasty. Hart Dynasty or Hart Foundation? If it's Hart Foundation, where it's Bret Hart and Natty's dad, Neidhart, then I'll go with Hart Foundation. If you're just talking about whole thing, then you didn't know? Bing, 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 bing. Your ass better call somebody. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proud that you both have the WWF Tag Team Champions of the World, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws. And if you ain't down with that, we only got 2 words for you. Suck it. No, like that. What's your favorite monster movie? You mean like horror movie? Don't scare me. I love horror movies as well. Probably say Chucky. Probably say Chucky or Scream. I like Scream a lot. Scream 1. Scream. Didn't scare me though, but you know. Who your least favorite tag team ever? Oh man, mentioned it earlier. Deuce and Domino, bro. Trash. Terrible, bro. And I know the Social Outcasts don't count today, otherwise it would have been them. Zilla, do you think the Miz will keep the title? Yeah. But the way he's showing off now, he might just lose it on Raw. Miz, Lashley, Drew, Sheamus, WrestleMania 17, Fatal 4-Way. What do I think? Nah. We'll get Sheamus and Drew at Fastlane, battling it out. And Miz, I don't know. Nah, not feeling it. Voices is better, but I do miss Burn Light, you know what I mean? Hey, nothing you can say, nothing you can tell what you done. Yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, listen. Take what's mine, it's mine. You know, like that, big tunes. I'm talking about Hard Dynasty, David Boy Smith Jr. No. Road Dogg. Yeah, I know. It's realised you're on about David Boy Smith Jr. And Thingy TJ. Tyson Kidd. No. It's not even a shout. It's not even a question, bruv. New Age Outlaws all day. White Family should be Cody and Gordon 2014 rather than New Age Outlaws. Yeah, 100%. But shout out to the White Family. Do you do this all alone or do you have like an editing team? Nah, cast no shadow to do it all alone, bro. No one does any of my stuff. I'll do the thumbnails, I'll do the editing of the videos, I upload, answer the comments. All me, bro. All me. If you were doing tag teams, not WWE tag teams, I'd have to mention Beer Money and Decay. Great tag team, bro. The Conjuring Man 1 and 2 were great. Yeah, they're great. The problem is with horror movies because they don't scare me at all. I can only go off to stuff when I was a little bit younger. But yeah, Ray and Eddie did anyone? Yeah, I mentioned them earlier, bro. Ray and Eddie, come on now, Viva la raza, bing, 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 bing. You know, like that. Either AJ Styles or MVP will win the United States title from Riddle. Or AJ Styles versus Riddle will be good, yeah. Well, I know we beat him already, but I don't care. Do it again. I buried Paul. Who, in your opinion, should take the title from Roman Reigns when he loses it? Has to be somebody who needs to get over. I'm gonna go with. If I have to pick who's already on SmackDown, I'll go with Cesaro. I'll go with Cesaro. Makes sense. Because the way Roman's acting right now is, you know what I mean? Cesaro and Tyson Kidd was elite. Do you think they would have became one of the Morris? I think they would have been one of the greatest tag teams of all time. I love them, man. I got the elite figures as well to come out with the headphones on, the red headphones. I thought it was great. And that finisher when what was it called? Southern Stop or something? Cesaro swinging and the drop kick. Yeah, I like that, man. Tajiri and Eddie, what's it? Hey, Tajiri, shout out to Tajiri, bro. You know what I mean? But it was honestly, I don't think the Miz deserved to win the title. Last time he was either WWE champion, it was bland. But last time he had a championship in the Intercontinental title, he was the best champion in the business at the time. That's one of my thoughts on that. Karrion Kross or Big E to beat Roman. If he loses the Intercontinental title, then maybe, but I don't want to just say Big E because one of my favorites. It gotta make sense. Karrion Kross, yeah, could happen. But two heels, nah, it's gotta be a babyface. Probably Daniel Bryan, to be honest. I hope Roman Reigns doesn't lose the title. He's still got the single champion. I mean, the good thing about Roman is he doesn't need the title, but I want him to have it for like a long, long time. I'm talking about 300 days plus. Anyway, guys, I'm done. I'm okay. Favorite wrestling story. You got me quick, man. You got me. Casino said favorite wrestling storyline. Cast no shadows. I cannot answer this right now. But what I will do, I will make this another Savage Talk Extra. What's your favorite wrestling storyline? And I will give you the credit for that. All right. But I can't answer it right. There's too many. There's too many, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah. But shout out to you. Karrion Kross versus Roman Reigns. Yeah, one of them has to be not baby face, but one of them has to be, you know. And I can't see any of them doing it right now. Karrion Kross is a baby face, no way. Roman is a baby face. He can do it, but I like how he is now. But that match will be money. Give it no disqualification in that match, please. I think Roman will beat Edge. So do I. Karrion Kross is overrated, but he's got a good character. Yeah, he is overrated. He is overrated. That's not a bad thing. That doesn't mean I think he's trash. I mean, he's really, really good, but everyone else thinks he's like greatest of all time levels. He's not. He ain't better than Keith Lee. You're not better than Adam Cole. The Miz is a great champion in 2011, but shouldn't have lost to Cena. Big facts. Two callers. Oh, mate, come on now. You know, bro. Hey, Sean was take a bit of this when you look Cross, see if he gets promoted before WrestleMania. Do you think he can lead a stable, or is he? Nah, he's got to stay on it. Cross has to stay on his own with Scarlett. Has to. It was weird where Rumble was in the Thunderdome. They did a good job though. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So where does Edge go after losing at Mania? Goes to be a tag team with Christian. Is Edge on SmackDown or Raw? Edge is on wherever he wants to be, I think. I think so. All right. I've done over 5 minutes, guys. So it's been emotional. It's been great. We found out everyone's favorite greatest tag team of all time. It's subjective. Nothing is the truth. Nothing is correct. It's all based on opinion. It's subjective. You can pick whoever you want. I picked the Hardy Boys as the greatest tag team of all time. Some people pick the Dudleys. Some people pick the Shield. You can pick whoever you want. But it's been great. I've loved every second of it. Let me answer Anthony's question in real time. You know what time it is, Neiman. You see it coming. Let me answer this question. Do you think these days WrestleMania during the pandemic is going to be a permanent thing in the next few years, or do you think it's going back to normal one day? This WrestleMania is going to have fans. The one that's coming up. There's the exclusive for you. Anyway, no one knows where Edge is at the moment. He's going to end up on SmackDown, I guess, but we'll see. But yeah, guys, you know what time it is. I see everyone spamming it. Everyone knows what time it is, you know, like that. But I'm about to tell man what time it is. You know what I mean? Man said, yeah, Shield things, you know, like that. It's exciting. It's exciting. Guys, it's been emotional. It's been great. You guys have been dope as usual. I've enjoyed myself. I hope you guys have too. Yeah. The only one thing left to say. If you see the Fiend, if you see a pedophile, run.